Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I am here above Harrison Lake, going into my hard rock garnet claim. Last time I was in here, forestry had put up a gate over the road and I had no access. So I'm here on a working day to talk with the forestry people and see if I can get access, get a key, get permission, whatever I might need. So wish me luck, and I hope you enjoy. I love stopping at this spot on the way in. It is such a beautiful view of Harrison Lake. Can you imagine having one of those homes down there on the lake? Wow. Spring is in the air. It is beautiful out here. It is warm. I'm excited to get up the hill and see if I can find myself some of those amazing garnet specimens. And being on a very active forestry road, it is very important to have yourself a forestry radio so you can hear when the logging trucks are coming and going, and you can let everyone know where you're at and keep everyone safe on the road. Just a little tip about driving these very busy forestry roads. I was able to talk with people at the logging yard, and unfortunately the boss is not in today. So I just came to check on the gate, and right now the gate is open. I could actually go across. There is this sign right here which worries me, because even though I have, legal rights to be here, all that kind of stuff, I'm not really the public. If they close the gate while I'm up there, I'm SOL. It's not good. So I'm just sitting here at the bridge right now, hoping that one of the trucks comes down, someone I can talk to that's up there, and I can see if it's okay for me to go up and make sure they're not going to lock the gate behind me. The radio channel for this road has been dead, although I hear that there is machinery up in the hills working. So there are people up there. I just really hope one of them comes down the road and I get to chat with them and see if it's okay for me to go up. Beautiful day. It is sunny and warm, that's for sure. But don't want to push my luck and get stuck behind a gate. Now, luckily, when I was at the yard, the guys were able to tell me what logging company this is, where their head office is, all that kind of stuff. So now I can actually go back and request a key for the gates, which is great. In the future, I'll have access. But right now, I'd love to get up there today and get some material. So I'm gonna stick around here for an hour or so, see what happens. Well, I went for an hour's walk up the hill, seeing if I could, bump into some of the loggers up there. I never did. I did hear them on the radio a little bit. They're a long ways away, so I didn't even bother them with the radio. But what I did find was a new garnet deposit. Check it out. I did not bring the cameras with me up the hill. All I brought was my radio, but I did find some garnets. I'm gonna bring out the close-up and show you these crazy specimens I found. Now, this is a new deposit. This is not the same deposit I've worked before, but this is kind of typical for the deposit I did work before. A very molded schist with garnets in it. And these are a very dark garnet. But I found some more exciting ones as well. Now these garnets are much more gemmy red. Well, not bigger, but nicer formed for sure. I like the look of it. And then there's these black crystals that we always find with the garnets up here. Now, I'm not sure if that's a non-cross starlight or if that is just a black kyanite. Both of those form commonly with garnet in these schists, and I don't know which one it is. I'm sure not an expert on these metamorphic rocks that make these garnet schists, so I'm not positive what those crystals are. I'm sure someone out there will let us know. I'm thinking a black kyanite. That's what I'm thinking. Poured a bit of water on this one, get wet. See if you can see the gemminess of these a bit better. And then there was a whole bunch of this up there too. Lots of little garnets, lots of little black crystals, all smooshed together. Endless amounts of this material at that deposit. So this stuff will never make gemstones out of the garnets, but it's endless possibilities for lapidary work in this material. Spheres, palm stones, decorative items, freeforms, everything you can imagine. Now I just have to get access up the hill so I can get a truckload of it. And I will be heading to the main office of the logging company there tomorrow to see if I can get a key for the gate. I tell you what, if I get a key, I'll leave a green check mark right here. If I don't get a key, I'll leave a big red X. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's hope they give me access up the hill. Well, after a failed day of trying to get up the hill, I decided to head back into town, go and see the logging office, where the loggers told me to go to, and I got myself a key for the gate and permission to be up here. So now I can get up to my site, right there, and start harvesting some garnets, and then checking out the hills around me to see if maybe there's even a better deposit. Let's get to it. So here's my good spot. By no means is it the best spot around. It's just the spot I know of that has red gemmy garnets in the host material. That debris pile there showed some really nice pieces that were bigger and better than whatever came from here. So when the road was being built, they cut through something that was even better right in this area. But I haven't found that one spot yet. Maybe today's the day. I'm going to bring my equipment down here and grab some of this material, then I'm gonna start looking around. But I gotta get some rocks in the truck first. This spot is amazing, just amazing. Nice big red gemmy garnets right in the schist. Just poking around before I pull out the big chisel and start working, I found this one really big garnet crystal, almost free. Let's see if I can pop it out before I get to work. Managed to pop it free. Let's have a look. What a beautiful crystal. Now we need to find rocks full of those. And the tools needed to get myself some good big specimens today. First good piece. Love it when you get these little quartz pockets within the schist, especially with garnets. Looking good. I have what I think is a really nice chunk coming here. If I can get pry bar in it properly. Come on. Oh, need to work a bit more at it. I think I got a perch for the pry bar. Let's see what we get. Oh, she's solid. Does not want to go. Well, I broke the front off when trying to pry. Didn't break the whole rock out, but that is going to be a beautiful specimen. Look at the size of that one garnet. Some really nice guys on there. And another. Just loaded. Look at this one. Now that's loaded. I love it when the garnets come out in little clusters like that. That's a micro specimen right there. Check out this guy that just exposed itself. Wow, perfect crystal, nice red, nice clarity. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can pop him free. Well, trying to work the one real nice crystal free, I managed to get the whole hillside free, like this whole chunk, and it's still attached. So I'm probably gonna leave it attached because that'll make an amazing specimen. There it is. That one is going just like that. Huge crystal and all. Other big ones all around it. Well, that goes with the big specimens. Look at that. I've been sweeping up the debris that comes off here, just sweeping up anything that comes down into the bottom, and then grabbing handfuls and putting in my gold pan over there, because it's just loaded in crystals that have fallen out. And I'm just gonna take that down to some water somewhere, pan it out, and see what kind of crystals are lost in this muck in the bottom. Now you may have noticed I haven't put water on any of these to show them off. I really don't want mud in the pit here, so I'm keeping the water away right now. When I take them home to clean them up, you'll be able to see what they would look like, wet and clean. Absolute wild piece. Garnets everywhere. Well, there's a rock to take a break on. I need a break, I need a drink, I need food, but I just pulled that one out. Oh, wow. I love clusters. Here's a pair, a twin. They've grown together. Loving it. There's some big ones coming out up here. Really big. Cool. There's some doozies in that one. That one hidden in underneath there. Well, there we go. Had some pizza, had a drink, and now my radio's talking to me. No, and now let's look at what I've done here a little bit. Not a lot. I did a fair bit of work right there. Did a lot of work right down there. And I poked around a bit there. But I've got a full pan of debris to go and see what kind of full crystals we've got. I've got this bucket here, which is, you know, about as much as I can lift out of the ditch. So I'm not filling it anymore. And I've got a full bucket there. That will be enough to keep the web store busy, stocked with garnets and schist for probably about 2 years. So that's good. I've got some bigger rocks here that I want to try to make some spheres out of. I think spheres would look fantastic out of this material. Because of the way the schist sheens on two faces, opposite faces, and the garnets in it, I think spheres of this material might be fantastic. So maybe the next time I send a big lot away to get made into spheres, I'll include some of that material. Now I'm just gonna go look through the debris pile and see what hasn't been pillaged over the years. Yep, there's still some good material here that might be able to be, you know, sent off to get made into spheres. That one's pretty good, that one's pretty good. And, you know, I just got here. Kind of neat, but I'm looking for the garnets. Just now exploring the general area around that first, the main garnet showing. And I just found another exposure. New deposit here. It's only 1,000 feet away from the first one, but that is great. Let's get the close up on it. Slightly different host here. It looks a bit more green with a bit of white in it, but the garnets are gemmy red, very red. So there's a bunch of the rocks I found from that new deposit. It's all kicking around this outcrop here, but I don't see the actual outcrop of that deposit. They were all sitting just below. Now to poke around and see if I can find where they actually came from. I'll see if I can trace the debris back to its source. Poking around, found even another deposit of garnets. Very fine grain though. Different looking entirely. Interesting stuff kicking around here. Interesting stuff. Ugh. I feel like I'm heading in the right direction. There's some neat stuff. Right beside that big bedrock, there's an outcrop of this. And there's lots of it here. And if anyone knows what those black crystals in amongst those garnets, you know, in amongst the white is, can you let me know? I have some speculation of what they might be, but I'd love to know someone who's more of an expert than I am on metamorphics, if you'd be able to tell me what those black crystals actually are. Are they tourmaline? Are they black kyanite? Are they biotite? What are they? If you know, leave a comment below. And there we are, the bedrock with red garnets. So another deposit. You know, the schist here breaks in plates, so it's all sort of squished in one direction. If you take the strike from this, it points almost directly back to the main deposit I was digging. So it's probably the same seam, the same general zone of that metamorphic rock. Here's a fun one I found, weathered out on the surface. So I just stopped by Garnet Beach here. I'm not doing any gem sieving for garnets today, although there's some really nice garnets here. I just want to take my pan of material down to the water, pan it out, and see what kind of free garnets are in there. There are a million little micro specimens, small specimens, everything like that in here, even some medium-sized ones. Those I sell on my website. If you'd like your own, you know, garnet in schist, careful how you say that word, garnet and schist, check out my website. But today I just want to see what kind of free garnets are in the bottom. Now that the dust is washed off the top, we can have a look. Hey, there's a free one. Once I shake it, that'll go to the bottom. Garnets, and lots of them. And check out this slick I found on the river, just loaded in garnets. I love this beach. Everywhere you look, there's schist. Schist just glaring back at you everywhere. If it catches the sun right, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up. It's like a mirror almost, shining back at you. That's a metamorphic schist. And there's a schist with garnets. A garnety schist. And if you start looking, they're everywhere. Holy schist! Holy schist! Holy schist! A new product on my website. For every rock hound, everyone needs a piece of holy schist. If you got that swear jar you don't want to pay for, well, you're just talking about your holy schist. Check out danhurdprospecting.com. And I do have to say a big thanks to Western Canada Timber Products. The lady in the office that helped me get the key for that gate was awesome. Thank you so much. Well, what an amazing day. I had so much fun, enjoyed the sun so much. I hope you enjoyed my adventure. If you did, please leave me that thumbs up. Big thanks to everyone, especially my patrons. And until the next one, bye.